It's harassment. Royal aides kick Meghan and Harry's ass out of the Queen's Platinum ceremony. According to our insiders, Harry and his greedy wife are requesting a seat for the entire Sussex family at the very first table during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Not only that, but Harry also demanded to wear a military uniform during the ceremony. The insider claimed, "This couple is so extravagant." Fortunately, however, the Queen's courtiers said it's harassment, but it's harassment from family. What is one to do? There's no precedent for it. This arrogance needs to be quelled in its infancy. They added that this does not require His Majesty's hands, as this was not a situation to consider at all. The Queen's private secretary added their privileges need to be revoked. Now, after trashing the Queen and the royal family, degrading the monarchy, she thinks she is entitled to sit at the head of the table. The couple knew they were not welcome at the Platinum ceremony, nor in the UK, but they continued to beg for Her Majesty's mercy, despite the public backlash. This time, however, the Queen did not put her foot wrong. The insider added the couple could not have ruined such a large ceremony, this is for sure. The Sussexes are starting to panic. The Obamas given them the bum's rush, and they're getting mangled in the media and in Tinseltown. They don't give a fart about them. So now she's coiling greasily across the pond. And we all know it's nothing to do with showing her latest acquisition to the Queen. It's to do with trying to get her to give Lillibucks a royal christening and to garner more publicity for herself from the photos of her daughter with the Queen. Smeg is nothing but predictable, as we all know. There will be heavy hints about money given as well, and Smeg trying her faux tears over mental health as per her Sopra to try charm her way to more cash. That mucky mansion won't pay for itself, you know. Then back to Monteslizo, and 2 weeks down the line there'll be more leaks on what the royal family said or did, and more bitching and whining and hey ho, we're back to square one again. What Smeg wants, Smeg gets, and then trashes the people she gets it from as soon as she scuttles back to her lair. The royal family would be wise to realize this and either ignore her or tell her straight out, no. They're busy for the next 40 years. Or because of COVID, it's a no-go. Stay over in La La Land and stew over there while watching all the dollars swirl crazily down the 16 pans and realize they're fucking up mightily. There's no way back ever because they're finished and she's nowhere near as clever and as cute as she thought she was. But the question is, why do they know that they will be banned and still do? Here's the truth. Harry and Meghan spark controversy because when you court controversy, then you become controversial people. Controversial people like Harry and Meghan are effectively assets to media outlets who can exploit their every word and move to generate content, attract readership, and consequently attract advertising revenue. That's the predominant currency of digital, print, and social media. Anything which arouses strong opinions, reactions, and engagement will be an asset to exploit. Harry and Meghan's words and actions fuel this process, i.e., you have Harry flying in a private jet trying to play charity polo matches, and the media latch onto this by generating content attacking him about his hypocritical climate change opinions. It's a no-win situation for them, but they've brought it on themselves. The subsequent media content thus draws in viewerships, and based on the numbers in the media outlets can charge prices for advertising for their platforms. Instead of continuing to live as working royals, they choose to step down, which sparked controversy. Instead of seeking privacy, they said they wanted to engage in high-profile media engagements, which sparked controversy. See a pattern here? It is all provocative, almost deliberate, and it's a godsend to media outlets that they are happy to wring every last drop out of them both. Even Oprah Winfrey got in on that act to cash in on the backs of them. Reputation is everything. A good reputation, once lost, is almost impossible to regain. Once you decide to put yourself in the line of fire, particularly when hypocrisy is involved, then media attention is inevitable. And once the media demons get out of the box, then it effectively becomes the point of no return. When you're in the hole, stop digging. On the other hand, Her Majesty the Queen is working with her family, staff, and lawyers, investigating the bullying claims and the best way to respond to her errant grandson. Her Majesty has more class and elegance in her little finger than either Harry or his wife will ever possess. The Queen is not going to begin a war of words with the two of them. She's not going to speak to the press before everything is investigated, and she has legal advice. People imploring her to act will not work. I believe that in time she will issue a statement if the bullying charges are found to be accurate. She will deal with her grandson privately and finally. Again, in my opinion, she will offer Harry and his wife an ultimatum. Stop using the royal titles to make money, stop mouthing off in the press, or you will lose the titles. Stop publishing books that are actually fiction, albeit with some facts thrown in, and possibly gift them some financial incentive to forget that Harry ever was a royal. I think that Prince William will eventually blow his top and he will put Harry back in his place. Once the Queen comes to a decision, taking everything into consideration, i.e. legal advice, etc., it will be final and the Canadian royals will be shut up and hopefully no one will ever hear from them again. Harry and his strife are beginning to realize that they have nothing to offer in the U.S. and that a majority of the people in the U.K. have wiped their hands of both of them. Harry's been forgiven for so many indiscretions throughout his life, but he has now stepped beyond forgiveness. Yes, they'll still have their fans, but for the majority, he's lost all credibility. We should sit back and wait. The Queen will handle this in her own time, in her own way. On the other hand, right now, Harry's wife is trying to figure out how she can utilize those thousands of t-shirts, hoodies, baseball hats, mugs, etc. that she purchased for her 40th birthday. The international demand didn't happen. She sent packages of items to her celebrity friends and journalists, but aside from a couple, no one was interested in promoting her cause. Now she's stuck with all the items she couldn't even give away. How disappointing. I'll tell you what those celebrity friends thought about their gifts from Markle. They thought, how dare this little upstart to ask me to get out and work for her while she sits in her mansion. As if. Yes, I can guarantee that stunt went over like a lead balloon. Meghan was going to slither in and associate herself with real Hollywood celebrities. The same angle that she tried with the royal family. No, she's insulted those celebrities. They know she's trying to latch onto their coattails for their own advancement. Those folks have had to sacrifice to get to where they are in Hollywood. She hasn't, and the Obamas have made it okay to snub them. Look back at Harry and Meghan's new baby name is Lilibet. It's not an olive branch, it's the very opposite. This is possibly the lowest of many stunts that they've pulled. The name was chosen as a deliberate slap in the Queen's face. The choice of name simultaneously produces many desired outcomes. As is widely known, this was the very private nickname for the Queen, used exclusively by her beloved husband, Prince Philip, and no one else. Given the intimacy of the name Lilibet and the close proximity to Philip's death, this choice must have hurt the Queen deeply. Now we come to the psycho horror movie bit. Every time this name is used, it will hurt the Queen. Every single time for the very rest of her life. Only the most malevolent and deranged mind could do this. This calculated torture defies belief. This is her idea of fun. Meghan Markle also needs to be forever linked with Diana, and upon that who she is fixated and her box office future depends, hence the use of the name Diana as the middle name. Finally, Meghan Markle will never accept nor offer an olive branch. Hollywood needs to keep this conflict going. The royal family is at war in a big box office. So Meghan gets even more wealthy while persecuting the family that she hates. What's not to like?